In this video, I'll be showing you how to update your ColdCard MK4. Now, because we're dealing with Bitcoin hardware, I'm also going to show you how to verify the firmware before we actually put it on our ColdCard. The first step is to check what version your ColdCard is currently running. So let's go ahead and power this thing on and take a look at what version we're on. There are two main ways to check which version your ColdCard is currently running. I'll be showing you the quick and easy method. When you boot your ColdCard up, for a very brief moment, it shows the version number on the screen. Let's quickly boot this thing up. Here's my ColdCard. Here's my cold power. I'm going to turn that on. And then take a look at the bottom left of the screen. There it says version 5.0.7. So I know my ColdCard is running 5.0.7. Now here on my computer, what I want to do is actually check what the latest version of ColdCard is. So in Firefox or any browser, I'm going to search ColdCard Docs. Then I'm going to click this link here at the top, ColdCard Documentation. And we really want to make sure we're on coldcard.com/docs. Now here under upgrading firmware, I'm going to click how to upgrade firmware. And then at the top, it will show what the current version of ColdCard firmware is. So here for the Mark IV, we can see the current version is 5.1.2. I'm running 5.0.7, so I do need to update my ColdCard. So let's go ahead and download the latest version of ColdCard's firmware. We're going to verify that the firmware is authentic. Then we're going to actually put it on our ColdCard. The first step is to download the current version of the ColdCard firmware. All I have to do is click this over here next to Mark IV. I'm going to click on that. And here we can see it has downloaded to my computer. And if I go to my downloads folder, here we can see that ColdCard firmware has downloaded. Now what we want to do is scroll down on this site until we see this here. Don't trust, verify the firmware. So here are the instructions for actually verifying this firmware that we've downloaded. We'll see here that it says note in bold, and it says PGP signature verification requires GPG. So if you don't have GPG installed on your computer already, you'll have to go ahead and download that now. If you're on Mac, it says here these verification instructions use GPG keychain. So if you go ahead and open this link in a new tab, you will need to download this onto your computer first. Make sure you're on gpgtools.org. I already have this downloaded. Here it is at the bottom. We can see it's GPG keychain. So I've got this already sorted out. Now, if we go back to this site here, if you're not on a Mac, just click on this link here and open that in a new tab. And here you can find where you need to download GPG from. So if we scroll down, here we can see Linux. You can download that here. And here you can download for Windows. So once you've got GPG downloaded, you can go ahead and start the verification instructions. So the first thing we need to do is confirm the hash. Step one is to open the signatures.txt so you can view its contents. So what I'm going to do is open this in a new tab. And if we click on this, it's a whole bunch of lines which we'll look to later. Don't worry about that for now. Step two is to open our terminal and navigate to the directory where you saved the firmware and use this command below. So what we need to do is open our terminal. To do this, I'm going to click search at the top right of my screen, then go terminal, and it's this here at the top. Now in our terminal, it says the first thing we need to do is navigate to the directory where you saved the firmware. What we need to do is tell the computer or the terminal where that download is currently sitting. And if we look in my Finder here, we can see my ColdCard download is sitting in my downloads folder. So all I want to do is type CD, which stands for change directory, and then I'm going to say downloads. And then I click return or enter, and now it's looking into my downloads folder. So my terminal can now basically see this file in my downloads. Next, we need to use this command, SHA-SUM A256, and then the current version of the ColdCard firmware, which we have downloaded. Now, this command that they give us is actually incomplete. We need to change it a bit so that it works for our firmware that we have downloaded. So what I'm going to do is open my notes here. Then I'm going to copy this command and then paste that in my notes. And there we go, I've got that pasted in my notes. Now what we need to do is actually get rid of this, and in that place we need to put the name of our firmware that we've downloaded. So to do this, I'm going to go to my downloads again, where my ColdCard firmware is sitting. Then I want to double click, then click get info, and then here under name and extension, I'm going to triple click that to copy it all. I'm going to click Command C to copy it. And then now in my notes, I'm going to replace all of this here. I'm going to click delete with what I've just copied. So now it's got my actual download in this command. So now I'm going to copy this long text, and then I can open my terminal, paste that long text in, and click enter. And here we've got an output, a hash as an output. Now back in the ColdCard docs, we've finished line 2. We opened our terminal, we navigated to the directory where we saved the firmware when we said cd downloads, and then we used this command, but we just had to change this second part to match which firmware we downloaded. So that's all done. Now step 3 says to resize or reposition the window where you can see both terminal and the signatures.txt file. So basically what they're saying here is have one window open to the left where you can see this, and to the right you want to have the terminal open so we can compare these two. So that's done. Step 4 is to compare the output values in terminal with the line of text in signature.txt file next to the firmware version you saved. So basically what it's saying here is we need to compare what we see here with what we see in our terminal according to which firmware we have downloaded. So we downloaded this one here, 2023-04-07 T1330 v5.1.2. So we need to look for that on the left side here in the signatures.txt, and I can see it over here. This is the version we downloaded, and to the left of it is a hash. We need to make sure that this hash matches the one we see in our terminal. So here I can see 7AEF D5BCCE, and if we look in my terminal, I can see the same thing, 7AEF D5BCCE. Alright, so now if we go back to our ColdCard docs, step 4 is complete, and we can move on to verifying the PGP signature. So step 1 is to save the signatures.txt file in the same location as our new firmware file. So what we need to do is download signatures.txt, and we need to save it in the same place where this firmware download is sitting. In my case, that's in my downloads folder. So basically, I just need to save signatures.txt to this same folder. To do this, I'm going to double click signatures.txt and then click save link as. Then I want to make sure it goes to my downloads, which it is, and then I click save. And now here in my downloads folder, we can see my signatures.txt file has saved in the same folder as my firmware. Now onto step 2. It says we must save the public key. That's over here. If we open this in a new tab, we must save this public key in the same file where our firmware is. Now I like to do these next few steps a bit differently than they recommend, so I'll show you my method. What I like to do is open this in a new tab. I already have done this, but I'll show you again. Click on public key, open link in new tab, and here that is. What I like to do is copy this long text from bottom all the way to the top. I copy that using Command C, and then when I open my keychain, it automatically says one or more keys were detected in your clipboard. So as soon as you open your keychain, it should say this, and then I click import, and here it says import successful. The following key was imported. Cool, so I click OK, then I'm going to put this to the side, and we go back to our instructions here. So we have essentially already done step 1 to 4, so we can move on to step 5, which says open terminal and enter this line here. So what I'm going to do is copy this line using Command C, and then I go back to my terminal. I make sure I'm in downloads, which I already did earlier. Earlier I said CD downloads. So I'm in my downloads, I'm going to paste that line in, click return, and here is the output we get. We need to compare it to what it says here in the ColdCard docs. The output in terminal should include good signature from. So we need to see good signature from that key which we imported. And if we look here, we can see it says good signature from Peter D. Gray, peter@coinkite.com. So everything looks good here. It also says it's normal to see this warning, which I do see that. I do see that warning, but you may ignore this because the signature is verified either way. This is just, you can ignore that. So now that we have a valid signature from Peter D. Gray, we know that the firmware we downloaded is authentic. As an extra safety precaution, I'm going to make sure this is the correct key by going to keybase.io/doc hex. Now this is Peter from CoinKite's Keybase account. So when this loads up, we should see the same key over here. And here on his Keybase account, we can see A3A3, 1BAD, 5A2A, 5B10. And if we compare that to this key here, I see 1BAD, 5A2A, 5B10. So that matches, we've got the correct key here, and that's just an extra safety precaution. And it says once the hash and signature are verified, which we have just done, we can go ahead and load the latest firmware on our ColdCard. To do this, I'm going to plug in the SD card, which I use for my ColdCard. So I'm going to plug that in. And if I open my Finder, we can see here is that SD card I have just plugged in. What I'm going to do now is go back to my downloads. And here is the actual firmware we need to put on our ColdCard. So what I'm going to do is drag this firmware, the .dfu file, and put that onto my SD card. And now if I open my SD card, here we can see the firmware is sitting on the SD card. Now I just need to eject this SD card, and we're going to plug that into the ColdCard and move on from there. Alright, here is the SD card that I've put the firmware on. So I'm just going to put that in my ColdCard over here. And then I'm going to boot my ColdCard up. And here I am in my unlocked ColdCard. Now to upload this new firmware onto the ColdCard, we want to scroll down to advanced/tools. And then I'm going to click this check mark or tick at the bottom right. Then we need to scroll down to upgrade firmware. So I click on that. And then I need to click from micro SD, because we're uploading the firmware from that SD card. So I click the tick. And here it says pick the firmware image you wish to use. So it says there's only one file to pick from, which sounds right. I've only uploaded one file. So I click the tick, and then I select the only file that I have uploaded onto that SD card by clicking the tick again. And now it's asking me, do you wish to install this firmware 5.1.2? And then it says the checksum and signature will be further verified before any changes are made. So we already verified that. The ColdCard's going to do it again just to be extra safe. So I click the tick, and then it says verifying and upgrading. And now we can just leave that to upgrade. You will notice that that light turned red for about a second. That just means an update is being made to our ColdCard, which is perfectly fine. We can expect to see that red button. And there we go, we're back on this pin screen, and we have successfully upgraded our ColdCard. Now, just to make sure the ColdCard has been updated, I'm quickly going to cut the power and then put the power back on. And at the bottom left of our screen, we'll see the version number, which is 5.1.2. And there we go. That is how to verify and update your ColdCard. This video is part of a collection of video guides on ColdCard. To find all the ColdCard guides, see the link below. Cheers, everyone.